This is the 2KMC, here to check out some of your top plays of the week.
That's all you. No!
Sweet. What? Thunder.
An aerial view of downtown Boston, our location tonight, gives you a great idea of the beauty of this historic city. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. And the Eastern Conference has been fun to watch. A lot of focus as always this year. And as we hit the midseason surge, let's check out the standings and how they're shaping up. Taking a look at Boston. They're having a solid season. 5th in the conference and looking to move up.
And you know, for the Celtics, they've done a good job staying relevant this season. I mean, I was concerned they'd suffer a drop-off, but give them credit. They've hung in here in this playoff race.
Resiliency has been crucial for this team. Anytime it looks like they may start to drag a little bit, they've picked it back up and stayed in the hunt.
And before we get going, let's hear from David Aldridge on the sideline. David?
Kevin, thanks. The Celtics' chemistry has made a leap with the addition of Kemba Walker. Walker said it's a team sport. You want everybody to play with joy, play with freedom, and have fun. And Kevin, he has truly come to love seeing his teammates have success in Boston.
David, he has been a great addition. Thanks for that report. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking about the postseason.
I agree. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Jonas Valanciunas. Harris is out there with Jimmy Butler. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Paul in at the point guard position. And for Boston, Kemba Walker is out there with Evan Fournier. Then it's LeBron James. Then there's Paul Millsap. And it's Lopez in at the pivot spot manning the middle. Now here's Paul. Playing Houston, he was nearly unstoppable. And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Pass to Valanciunas. Lakers passing it around. Millsap with it. In the corner, it's James. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Remarkable catch and shoot sequence right there from LeBron. Just a killer instinct whenever he gets the ball.
Paul kicks to Harris. Pass to Thompson. Butler feeling out a bit. A shot by Paul. Nobody around. And a miss there on the triple. Here's the break. Here's Fournier. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Those are the instincts of LeBron James that we're witnessing. Just terrific at sensing when the defense has left one of his guys open.
Now here is Harris. Last game out he had 14. Thompson misses. Paul against Fournier. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. LeBron outside. And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Well, Evan Fournier is a fundamentally sound player. And if his teammates are open, he will deliver the rock.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Thompson with the bucket.
Wow, they finally get it to go down on their 4th try.
The Celtics have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Pass to Fournier. Here's Lopez. Over Valanciunas. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Nice touch on the jumper from Brook Lopez. This guy is so skilled shooting from the mid-range. Love it.
And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's his second foul of the first quarter, and they may want to sit him for a while to avoid number 3.
Monte Morris is checked in for Boston. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Paul with the ball. He's picked up by Lopez, and it's Brook Lopez with the foul. That's his first foul. Paul looking around. The shot, no good. Nice D from Fournier.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
James, the pass to Millsap. Outside Fournier. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
And the pass to Harris. Over Lopez. And the Lakers with another miss. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Boston. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
And you have to love it when there's a matchup like this. Two teams that are at the top of their respective conferences going at it.
And the fact that they split their 2 meetings last season. Does one try to get a leg up?
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Did he lay an egg at the stripe in their previous game? Couldn't get anything to drop.
You know, even though LeBron doesn't go 100% every minute of every game in the season, GA, he still knows when to turn it on.
And for someone at his age, that is something you have to know how to do. You can see when LeBron kicks it into that next gear. Can't keep it on all the time, but he's still able to take over when he needs to.
Here's LeBron. Tobias Harris picking up that last basket. James, the pass to Fournier. Good, and the assist goes to James. Fournier's got 5 points so far.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Knocks it loose, and it's Monte Morris with the foul. That's his first foul.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Harris kicks to Paul. Outside Butler. Left side Harris. 4 on the clock. Back to Butler. Over LeBron.
You know, we can get lost in LeBron's offensive skills. His defense has always been phenomenal as well.
And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That's his first foul. Here's Millsap. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Lopez passes to Morris. Five on the clock. From the arc.
And despite that miss, a strong start for them offensively.
Here's Thompson. No good on that one. Now Boston takes it the other way. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Well, what did them in was all the missed free throws. It could have been a much different outcome.
I thought the frustration at the line was evident, and it makes it easy on the defense when you're not capitalizing once they put you at the free throw line.
Here's Paul. Following the basket by LeBron James. And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here, coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Thompson. The last 10 games, he has been on a heck of a run. 3rd in three-point field goal percentage, 11th in field goal percentage, and tremendous confidence and consistency at the foul line. He ranks among the top 15 in free throw percentage.
And he's the type of three-point specialist that doesn't need a lot of shots to rack up points. That's why he's top 3 in percentage. The shot by Paul, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Millsap. And another shot. And the rejection by Valanciunas.
Heads-up defensive play by Jonas Valanciunas. The alert, the aware, the always ready to send it back.
And here's the fast break. The shot's good from Fournier. Fournier's got 7.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Paul. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Releases from the wing and drills it.
And he gets one to fall, and now 1 out of his first 4.
Morris against Paul. Pass to James. Fires the 3. Rebound the Lakers. And it's the Lakers on the break. Butler with the ball. And the rejection by LeBron.
Oh, you watch LeBron, not a prolific shot blocker, but when he wants to get it done, he is emphatic.
Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile 1 block we just saw on replay.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for the Lakers. Ricky Rubio comes in for Paul. Harris against Millsap. Harris inside. Outside Butler. Jacks up a 3. The shot off that time. And it's Boston the other way. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. The Lakers number 1.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
Right now, we're seeing more athletes willing to talk about mental challenges, be it depression or anxiety. And you know, Doris, the NBA is no exception. How encouraging do you find that?
Well, I think that whether NBA players or professional athletes in any sport know it or not, they are looked to as examples, as role models. And so I think everybody wins in this situation, Kevin. The players, the fans themselves, many of whom are dealing with the similar challenges. So, listen, life is not easy. Wherever you can get help, go and take it. I love this initiative from the NBA.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Williams, he's checked in for Lopez. Green comes in for Paul Millsap. And Alec Burks subbed in for Fournier. Valanciunas hits them both.
You know this. There's a long history of great players coming out of Lithuania, and Valanciunas right there with the best of them. Remember, back in 2012, this guy was the MVP of the Lithuanian Basketball League.
Now here's Williams. Back to Burks from outside the arc. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. And the Celtics lead by 11.
Building up a big early lead, they have taken charge of this game.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And it's blocked.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
And finished off by LeBron.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Wiggins passes to Valanciunas. He kicks it to Rubio. From outside, off the mark. Boston leading by 13. And the wide open shot from Morris. And again, Boston with the triple.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
On the wing, Wiggins. Burks covering. Here's Rubio. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And so James will bring it up for the Celtics. The kick out to Williams. Here's Burks. Rebounded by McDermott.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Rubio outside. Back to Wiggins. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession. Tony Snell's checked in for the Celtics. The feed to Wiggins. Clock at 6. Up again. It's good on the putback.
Well, I think this is something Jonas Valanciunas has hung his hat on. His ability to consistently get to the offensive window. Nicely done.
Here's Snell. Williams trying to break free.
I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
The drive by Rubio. Rebound collected by Snell.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Burks looking around. Kicks to Snell. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. And stolen by LeBron. Nance with some nice D. Lakers trail by 16. Rubio right side. Passes it to Valanciunas. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. And that's now 6 points for Valanciunas.
I'll tell you, that's a big-time finish through contact. Jonas Valanciunas takes the bump, doesn't worry about it, just goes right through the strength.
In the corner, it's Wiggins. That three off the mark. Boston leading by 14.
And how about a 44-inch vertical leap for Andrew Wiggins, and yet not interested in competing in the dunk contest.
Greg, he can really get up, but says he keeps it simple when he does. One hand or two, he's a game dunker more so than an exhibitionist. And this is what Nance Jr. is capable of. Send it back.
Here's McDermott. And Boston with the rebound. James has got 5 rebounds tonight. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. And the 3 ball is good. Burks has got 6.
Crushing it right now. They've done an excellent job of spacing the floor.
And what surprises me is the defense hasn't done anything to take away that 3-point shot. That has been their preferred weapon tonight.
Now, here's Rubio. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Shot clock at 5. Here's Nance. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake.
Well, Doug McDermott, a high IQ basketball player, understands when his teammates are open how to find them.
And here is James. 35 points for him last game against Phoenix.
And he also chipped in with a couple blocks in that game. Just a hint at the impact he had on the defensive side.
Here's Green, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Boston. Between his points and his rebounds, he was a star for him in that quarter. And we'll be back with you shortly. Well, recently, Chris Paul talked about adding some levity to the game.
It sounds so generic to say we have fun, but, like, we may lose a game here or there, but, you know, everybody's still...
Yeah, from what we've seen, Greg, these guys naturally get along.
And you add in the guiding hand of Chris Paul. This team can beat anyone on any night because they're so connected.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a very convincing performance from the Celtics so far.
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. They've got Ricky Rubio. Andrew Wiggins is out there with Doug McDermott. And it's Nance. And it's Thompson in at the shooting guard. Now here's Thompson. He picked up 33 points in their last one against the Rockets in Houston.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the charts.
So it's Boston now after the missed three from Rubio. Snell kicks to Walker. And again, Boston with the triple.
How poised is Kemba Walker? This guy shooting from beyond the arc is so impressive.
Rubio looking it over. Pass to Nance. That's in. He's got two made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
This guy a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
Green bounce pass. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's his first foul. Paul Millsap's checked in for Robert Williams. Tobias Harris is checked in for Los Angeles. Paul comes in for Ricky Rubio. So it's the Celtics now. And Walker kicks to Snell. Burks with it. Picked up by Harris. 5 to shoot. Burks can't get it to go. Lakers trail by 18. Here's Thompson. And Thompson throws it down.
Well, really nice delivery from Andrew Wiggins. We know he's a gifted scorer, but that will really smooth out his game.
Outside Millsap. Boston, no good that time either. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Tries to keep it alive. And it's Wiggins missing. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, that's his second foul. Does he take a more cautious approach here the rest of the half?
Brook Lopez is checked in for the Celtics. Evan Fournier comes in for Burks. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Butler's checked in. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Now Fournier, 7 points in the game. Just 5 to shoot. Over Thompson. That one rolling around and rims out.
The fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
Here's Fournier, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Chris Paul picks up that one.
Okay, flashing some impressive instincts. Evan Fournier knowing when to attack and draw the foul.
You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. And the Celtics making a change here. Morris is checked in. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Harris against Fournier.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Now here's Paul. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And whenever Harris is aggressive like this, I think it's for the best because he has that ability to attract contact.
No good on the second free throw.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And Millsap slams it in.
How many times have we seen Millsap throw it down? We've known about his leaping ability for years.
Here's Paul after the basket by Boston. Harris passes to Nance. Outside Butler. The pass to Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Another shot. The rebound by the Celtics. Fournier's got his 4th rebound in this one. Walker with a clean look, and it's Boston with another.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Harris. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Up top, Walker. Covered by Nance. It's stolen by Nance. Here's Thompson. And Nance slams it in.
Don't you love guys who are willing to do the dirty work? Larry Nance's activity making him a factor on the rebounding aspect.
Now here's Fournier. He's got 11. Outside Millsap. Shot clock at 6. Drops in the tray. Walker's got 10 points.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
Harris against Lopez. Harris passes to Nance. Good work defensively by Millsap. Boston's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And how about we check the numbers for LeBron James?
And you can see the surge in his level of confidence lately just by looking at that true shooting percentage. It's been moving straight up in the past 5 games. I think he's feeling it.
First one falls for him.
And just a much better job of attacking and getting to the line here in the second quarter. Didn't have a single attempt in the first.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Valanciunas is checked in. So he gets them both.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Paul outside. He can't hit that time. Good D by Lopez.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Walker the pass to Lopez. The kick out to Walker. Misses the 3. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Los Angeles Lakers.
And moving to a star-laden team last year, Walker continued to produce as he always has.
And the scoring average may have gone down, but that was totally expected. This has been a seamless integration of Kemba Walker. Coach Stevens has got to get some credit here. You allow Kemba Walker to play to his strengths, but you also allow him to thrive in the team situation with other talent.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all. The first free throw is good. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also, at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Now, here's Walker following the shot by Chris Paul. James looking it over. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. That one on Thompson.
Stop it. What can you do? James is so big and athletic that sometimes you have to foul him if you're on the defensive end.
And both free throws good for LeBron. Los Angeles has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Passes to Thompson. Shoots over Fournier. Thompson misses. The Celtics have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. There's Walker with the three. That one is good. He's only missed one shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Chris Paul. Now, here's Rubio. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. To the middle. Here's Harris. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Rubio.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Fournier passes to Lopez. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Now, here's Wiggins. His scoring has been there on a regular basis. He's averaging more than 14 points a game.
Just textbook timing right there. Jimmy Butler understanding when to rise and fire.
And here is LeBron. After Jimmy Butler made that last three-pointer. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. Butler kicks to Rubio. Back to Butler. Trying to get open is Lopez. Kicks it out to Rubio. No good on the three.
Just can't find a shot. It's no wonder they're losing. I mean, he's been completely scoreless all night.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them.
Superb defense, guys. No way he's going to let him get off a clean look at the basket.
Harris on the double team. Outside Millsap. No good on the triple. The Lakers shooting 27%. The offense is just embarrassing themselves. The shot by Butler, nobody around. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 3 assists tonight. Celtics leading by 22. Lopez outside. Outside Millsap. Pass to LeBron. And the call will be against Harris. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Celtics have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Lopez. Green comes in for Paul Millsap. And Alec Burks subbed in for Fournier. Doug McDermott, he's checked in for the Lakers. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Don't you get the sense that LeBron James is in complete command, not only of himself, but of his teammates? The drive this guy possesses is truly incredible.
Now here's Wiggins. McDermott kicks to Butler. That one goes. Count it. Butler's got 8 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
James against Butler. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Boy, now you have to think about pulling him. 3 fouls already in this half. A 4th would be inexcusable.
And here's the Lakers. They've outscored them 10 points to 2 during this run. Rubio, the pass to Butler. Launches it. And no good that time. Now Boston takes it the other way.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. And Wiggins with the basket on the assist by Butler. Wiggins has got his first 2 points.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, but this run started with tighter execution at both ends, and that'll need to be maintained for them to have a chance to take the lead.
Now, here's Rubio, following the miss by Kemba Walker. Here's Butler, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul goes against Boston.
I think you've got to play Jimmy Butler a little bit more honest than you do there. He's adept at drawing those kinds of calls.
A free throw drops for Butler. Tony Snell's checked in for Boston. And so Butler nails both of them.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Now here's James, 13 points in the game. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And here is Los Angeles now. Lakers trail by 18. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Now the pass to Butler. And again, no good by the Lakers. The Celtics have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Snell dishes to Burks. James with it. Pass to Snell. The tray. No good that time. And so it's the Boston Celtics with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Andrew, they shot the lights out in the first half. What has to change?
Get back. Focus on getting back, guarding your man, and not taking these real.
It starts with a man-on-man challenge. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here. Evan Fournier led the way in the first half. He had 14 points. Well, with all he's accomplished, we can start to paint a picture amongst the all-time greats. Shaq, where do you have LeBron ranked on your all-time list?
He has to be right near the top. LeBron's a top 10 player, maybe even top, maybe even top 5.
Well, arguably, he's the best small forward in the game ever. Just Larry Bird and Dr. J are the only comrades that you have to go against. So LeBron, best small forward ever, and I'll give it to LeBron.
That's great water cooler talk. Does anybody even go to the water cooler anymore?
Is there water coolers?
I don't know.
No, because there's water bottles. It's
great water bottle talk. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Nice game. Great performance by Evan Fournier.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
And let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Celtics leading by 18. LeBron James is out there with Paul Millsap. Then it's Evan Fournier. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Lopez in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Brad Stevens getting going here in the second half. Here's James. Feeds it to Lopez. Rebound by Butler. Butler's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's rebounded by Paul Millsap. Millsap's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's James. He kicks to Burks. There's the triple. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Burks. Burks has got 3 assists tonight.
With a solid mid-range shot, Millsap's game does so much more for his team's spacing.
Now here's Paul. Outside Butler, just 5 to shoot. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on LeBron James.
Well, how about Jimmy Butler, guys, and the commitment to becoming a legit star in this league? Think about coming out of Marquette without a reputation to now one of the toughest covers in the league. Incredible story.
The free throw drops for Butler. Walker's checked in for Burks. And so Butler nails both of them. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Boston Celtics. They have a 19-point lead. Passes it to Fournier. From outside the arc. Rebound the Lakers. Paul's got 4 rebounds in this game. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That's his 3rd foul of the game. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Celtics leading by 19 points. Down low, here's Fournier. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Fournier's got 16.
So good at keeping his balance. Evan Fournier's ability to stay composed and find a way to capitalize. Nicely done.
From deep, James. The Lakers with the rebound. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Here's Harris. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Lopez finds Millsap. Pass to LeBron. The pass to Lopez. Over Valanciunas. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Lakers trail by 19. Pass to Butler. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. And there's another turnover by the Lakers. The league's long-distance bombers are setting their sights on the three-point contest this season. Here are some of the early favorites to make up the field.
And I love the way the voting is shaping up, Kevin. We'll have an excellent contest if these are the shooters who are firing away on All-Star Weekend.
You take a look at Thompson. He's all the way up there at number 2 in the voting for the three-point contest. Fans and the media know that he is one of the premier long-distance shooters in the league today.
And, Kevin, not to take anything away from the other facets of his game, but let's face it, that three-point shooting is what puts him on a whole nother level.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
And here is Los Angeles now after the basket by Boston. Here's Harris. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. That free throw, no good. The Lakers making a switch here. Nance is checked in. And he sinks the second. And so it's Boston with it. 17-point game. To the paint. Here's Millsap. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. Millsap's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Night after night, game after game, Chris Paul understands where to put the ball and when. Nicely done.
Here's Walker. After the basket by Los Angeles. Lets it go with a 3. Add basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Such a reliable threat from range. You'd think the defense might key on him a little bit more.
Ball against Walker. There's the lob for Harris. Hammers the alley-oop through.
A key offensive cog for this team. Harris looks to score as much as he can when given the opportunity.
Now here's Millsap. He has 7. Lopez outside. To the inside. And Walker kicks to Fournier. The Lakers with the rebound. Harris has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Paul for 3. Offensive rebound. Harris misses. Celtics leading by 18. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Sunday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the New York Knicks. Then on Monday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Brooklyn Nets.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Celtics. It's an 18-point lead. Passes it to LeBron. Buries it down low. James has got 17.
The ability to flip the switch, right? LeBron James, he decides it's time for me to score a little bit right now. Let me give my team a little bit of juice.
Now here's Paul. 5 points in the game. On the wing, Nance. The dish to Thompson. Harris outside. But they recover it. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Chris Paul. First in free throw percentage, 14th in assists, and he's in the top 20 in steals, bringing that focus and intensity at both ends.
And it's nice when you have the NBA's best free throw shooter just keep the ball in his hands in clutch situations. He's been completely automatic this season. It's stolen by Nance. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Butler. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. With this break in the action, we can see the top passing teams in the league, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard. The Lakers, number 1.
The beauty of watching this team is seeing the ball move around the court. It doesn't stick. That's why they're at the top of that list.
And the first one at the line is good. Boston making a switch here. Morris is checked in. And the Lakers also making a switch. Andrew Wiggins, who's checked in for Klay Thompson. And so Butler nails both of them. Boston leading by 18. Outside Fournier. Back to Morris. And they double up James. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so it's Boston with it. Millsap finds James. Shot clock at 5. Lets a floater go. And there's the play by Morris inside. Morris has got 5 points so far.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Pass to Wiggins. Paul, right side. Lets it go from deep. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got 4 assists in the game. Celtics have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far. Just above 50%. Here's LeBron. 17 points in the game. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
Boy, plenty of time left on the clock. He needs to keep his poise. That's his 4th foul now.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Robert Williams, he's checked in for Lopez. Green comes in for Paul Millsap. And Tony Snell subbed in for Fournier. The Lakers also changing it up. Doug McDermott comes in for Tobias Harris. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Chris Paul. Now the Lakers on the break. Rubio, the pass to Butler. Knocked loose. And up the court come the Celtics on the break. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
Yeah, the easy lift on the jumper by LeBron. That's really hard to defend, guys.
Floats one up. That one doesn't drop. Celtics leading by 19. On the wing, Morris. Dishes to Williams. To the paint. And the dunk by James.
The elevation and athleticism of LeBron at his size, just incredible.
And Rubio kicks to Wiggins. Here's James. And Butler sends it back.
Boy, though he'll never be a blocks leader, Butler has the size and hops to do more of this.
Morris against Wiggins. Takes the 3. And Boston with the rebound. LeBron with it. He's picked up by Nance. LeBron passes to Snell. Williams kicks to Morris. Good, great play by Williams to set it up. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. LA's gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half.
A serious talent when Robert Williams is healthy. He makes his presence felt. Has great length and lift off the floor. Defensively, he protects the rim and even blocks shots out on the perimeter.
Clock at 4. That's a 2 from Butler. Los Angeles with another miss.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
And then offensively, Williams is mostly a rim runner at this point. But, Greg, there are signs that the jumper is coming along.
Yeah, you know, when he was drafted at the end of the first round, there was a lot of talk about rebuilding his shot mechanics. And that's still a work in progress. But where he's really impressed people is with his passing. He has terrific instincts for the game.
Alec Burks checked in for Boston. The Lakers also making some changes. Valanciunas, who's checked in for Nance. And Harris subbed in for Doug McDermott. And so Snell nails both of them. Lakers shooting is leaving something to be desired, just 36% here in the third quarter. Harris against Green. Harris kicks to Wiggins. Now here's Butler. Defense right on him. It's not going to go for him.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That will be foul number 5 on him.
And that's going to be his 5th, guys. One more and he's done.
.158 left in the third. Rubio against Morris.
Well, nice defense by Rubio, making an effort to frustrate his man.
Good D by Rubio. There's the pass to Valanciunas. Over Morris. And the Lakers with another miss.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Pushing it up. And Green slams it in.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And the Lakers call time here.
Yeah, I think Coach calls his timeout right now because he's not happy with the distribution of shots. Difficult shots, contested shots. You've got to get a better offensive rhythm.
And now a moment to see the stats for Wiggins. How's the last month of basketball been for him? He's around 14 points per game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
Here's Burks. Some solid defense from Harris. And it's Harris with the ball for the Lakers. Butler finds Wiggins. Shot to stop the run. Drains it from beyond the arc. Wiggins has got his 2nd bucket tonight.
This guy gets up in the air so smoothly. Andrew Wiggins, a nice foundation for that shot.
Here's Morris. The teardrop falls in.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Valanciunas passes to Butler. And he gets it to go. 16 points for Jimmy Butler.
Explosive drive by Jimmy Butler. Defender draped all over him. Forget about it.
Morris against Rubio. Beyond the arc. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
First 3 of the half, 2nd of the game. Can he heat up?
Harris looking it over. From past the arc. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And so it's the Boston Celtics, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. They've been playing some ferocious defense. Back to the action after this word. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Harris is out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Ricky Rubio. Then it's Wiggins. And it's Thompson in at the 2.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Wiggins against Burks. Outside, Walker, and it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. Kicks it to Wiggins. Thompson outside. Well, the pandemic impacting earnings all over the NBA, Doris. The pain is felt, we think, most keenly by small market teams.
Across the board, Kevin, there are economic realities that the pandemic has forced NBA teams to look at. But always those small market teams depend on revenue sharing to compete. So now attendance is compromised and their ledger is affected even more. This is going to be interesting to see how this affects roster composition. Boy, we've got a lot of questions to be answered.
4 on the shot clock.
He has become a pure shooter. And from mid-range, Harris is deadly.
And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Boston making some changes. Pau Gasol is checked in for Robert Williams. Glenn Robinson III comes in for Fournier. And it's Bryn Forbes in for Walker. A big group substitution here for the Lakers. Kaminsky is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Doug McDermott comes in for Harris. Frank Ntilikina is checked in for Wiggins. And Maledon subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Here's Green. Oh,
let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. Kaminsky, the pass to Maledon. The rebound by Jeff Green. Green's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And here's Burks. Lets the 3 fly, but they'll get another chance. Here's Forbes. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. Forbes has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. For Los Angeles, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And it's been said that history is written by the victors. Certainly holds true in sports, don't you think, Greg? And with that in mind, do you think titles are overvalued when evaluating the great players, individual players in history?
You know, Kevin, I think so. Having said that, I think championships do matter, obviously, and in the NBA and basketball in general, one guy can have more impact, right? Because you only play 5 and you play both ways. So it does have something to say, but I don't think that completes the narrative. You know, there's some tremendously talented guys, Karl Malone, Elgin Baylor, Patrick Ewing, Allen Iverson, a lot of greats who never won it. It's easy to count those rings, but measuring greatness has to take in the whole picture.
Hall of Famers, all of them. Good on the second free throw. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Burks dishes to Robinson. Back to Burks. Picked his pocket. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Here's Ntilikina. And that one drops.
That speed makes it really difficult to keep pace with Frank Ntilikina. He got the step, and it's over.
Now Burks. Fires for three. That one misses.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
9 feet out. The shot by Thompson, no good. Boston's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Thompson against Robinson. And in last year's playoffs, we saw zone defense turn the tide in certain games. And Doris, we know when executed well, they can throw an offense completely out of rhythm.
Kevin, I'm going to go back a step further to the Toronto Raptors championship 2 years ago, where they throw a box and one, a triangle and two, and multiple zone looks that helps them win a championship. Look no further than Miami's deep run in last year's playoffs. Listen, that can change the whole rhythm of a game. It can force an offense to start second-guessing itself. When you can change the rhythm, the tempo, and mix looks and force a team to think and really operate under duress, it only helps you win ball games.
Here's Maledon. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his way.
Forbes the pass to Gasol. Back to Forbes. Now here's Burks. The 10-footer. Just 5 on the clock. Boston needs to get off a shot. Here's Forbes. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Going right to the rim, which is where you want transition opportunities to end.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
And Doris, we talk often about the toughness of Klay Thompson, something that is in this young man's genes.
No doubt, Greg. His dad, Michael, rock solid both mentally and physically. Remember, Michael is a 2-time NBA champion in his own right. Such an advantage for Klay to grow up in an environment of winning.
So Boston ends up going to the new group. Big group substitution here for the Lakers. Jonas Valanciunas, he's checked in for Kaminsky. Harris comes in for McDermott. Jimmy Butler, he's checked in for Frank Ntilikina. And Chris Paul subbed in for Maledon. And they double up James. From deep, Walker. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. The shot's good from Paul.
And now they're turning this game into a drag race, sprinting out for easy fast break baskets.
LeBron passes to Fournier. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. Fournier's got 6 points in the quarter.
Challenging this D with the 3-ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
And Kemba Walker is going to pick up the foul. That's his 5th foul. You know, Doris, we saw the All-Star game playing to a target score down the stretch. And some think in years to come, the NBA may adopt it for the overtime periods. What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you this, Kevin. That All-Star game, I was absolutely riveted to my television. The action was compelling. The defense was compelling. I can't say I've ever experienced that in an All-Star game. I think it's something you have to take a hard look at.
Outside Butler. And Valanciunas kicks to Butler.
Well, I like to see Evan Fournier focusing on the defensive end. He's got the potential to get better there.
And here's Walker outside. And again, Boston with the triple.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
And it's Paul with the ball for Los Angeles. He feeds it to Harris. Out to Thompson. Pass to Paul. Here's the 3. And there's the call on Tobias Harris. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Thompson. The Celtics have gotten into a pretty good groove, going 6 of 10 here in the final quarter. Fournier finds Lopez to the right side. LeBron outside. And the dunk by LeBron.
Let's say the strength of a locomotive and the finesse of a ballerina each time he takes it to the rim.
Paul passes to Thompson. And with small ball catching on, it's the rare team, Doris, that looks to go big and play bully ball. Why hasn't that approach been more popular?
Well, to me, Kevin, the NBA game is one that's in constant evolution. So right now the emphasis is three-point shooting, free throw opportunities, and restricted area opportunities. That seems to be the most efficient way to play the game of basketball. On the defensive end, what that requires is positionless players, guys in the post who can guard the perimeter, switchability. All the versatility you can bring to bear on the defensive end is significant, and so that's why bully ball becoming harder and harder to play in today's NBA.
Walker dishes to Lopez. Back to Walker. Lopez outside. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
And this kind of shot defines who Butler is. Just a bulldog who embraces finishing against the tight coverage.
LeBron kicks to Fournier, and there's the call on Klay Thompson. And that'll be his third foul so far. Outside Millsap. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Lakers trail by 19. Three-pointer, Butler, and the rebound goes to Lopez.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
It's Fournier on the wing, guarded by Valanciunas. Fournier with the ball, 5 on the clock. Over Valanciunas, and the rejection by Valanciunas. Paul with the three. It's deflected. Here's Walker. LeBron James on the wing. Down low. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, given his height, Lopez has an ability to power through contact. Just tremendous strength from the big man.
Doris, you and I know the quality of play in the NBA bubble was terrific. And some people have said a lack of travel a possible reason why. The league, we think, looking at ways to reduce travel moving forward.
Exactly, Kevin. And one option on the table is the, quote, series model. You see it in baseball, where you play consecutive games against a single opponent. So what about the states with multiple teams? New York or California? Can you play all of those teams in one trip? This not only preserves players, but it also cuts travel expenses, something the league is looking hard at.
Shot's good by Walker.
Boy, I thought Kemba took some contact on that shot, but boy, the toughness and focus is right there.
Ball finds Harris. Now Valanciunas. Thompson with it. James covering. And there's Thompson. That's good on the assist from Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got 3 assists now in this one. Walker the pass to Lopez. Millsap looking it over to the middle. Here's Walker, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Thompson.
There's a level of aggressiveness and assertiveness from Kemba Walker right now. He's putting the defender in a bind. Nothing you can do but foul him.
And the first one drops. You know, Doris, I've heard some experts say, you look at the 6-foul limit, the NBA is basically the only sports league that takes stars off the floor. Doris, what would you think if they just tacked on an extra free throw instead?
Kevin, I absolutely hate the idea. The best defensive teams at any level of basketball guard at a high level without fouling. There's the drama aspect of a player being in foul trouble, either at the start of the game or down the stretch. It has an impact on strategy. It's something that I'm a traditionalist on. I think the 6-foul rule should remain in the game.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. You can safely say mission accomplished now for the Celtics.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Evan Fournier.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Passes to McDermott. This one for 3. The dive for the ball. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Williams, he's checked in for Kemba Walker. We've got 33 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Forbes dishes to Green. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Robinson. That one wide left. Here's Maladon. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Paul Gasol.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
The first one falls. He hits both from the stripe. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And here is Gasol. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, a challenge for you tonight with your matchup. How much motivation do you get in a game like this one?
My matchup is not an individual matchup. It's
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.